Canada has a gang violence problem, and the Trudeau Liberals continue to miss the mark on how to keep Canadians safe. Tristan Hopper outlined this problem in the National Post, where he talks about 788 people murdered in Canada in 2021. And what's disturbing about that is the increase in murders from year to year is largely driven by gang-related killings. 23% of those 788 murders were gang-related. And Tristan also points out something else that Canadians should know, that of the gang-related murders, 74% are committed with guns, whereas non-gang-related murders, a much smaller percentage, are committed with firearms. So when we see an increase in gun homicides, we're often talking about gang-related killings. So what is the Trudeau government's response to this? Is it to crack down on gangs? Is it to take a strategic approach and make sure we're focusing our legislative actions against those who are actually committing the killings? No. Trudeau's focused on the guns, gun control. He's banned handguns, and now his controversial bill C-21 seeks to expand the list of firearms that are going to be banned for sale in Canada. His critics say that this is going to include hunting rifles and shotguns, while Trudeau insists that's not the case. But as Canadians debate the scope of Trudeau's gun ban, we're missing out on the key question. Is any of it going to save a life? Is any of it going to actually keep our communities safer? And recent news coming out of Toronto indicates that Trudeau's gun ban is, frankly, out of touch, perhaps even irrelevant to the vast majority of crimes that are causing chaos in our streets. The Toronto Guns and Gangs Task Force did a massive bust where they retrieved 58 traceable guns. Of those 58, 57 of them were illegally smuggled into Canada from the United States, Texas and Arizona in particular. One out of those 58 guns was a stolen legal gun from Canada. So if you take the logic of the Trudeau gun ban, 1 out of those 58 guns would have been taken off the street, but 57 out of 58 would still be in circulation, meaning the chaos would continue. The murder, the suffering would continue, that Trudeau's legislation actually doesn't do anything about the vast majority of illegal guns causing so much suffering in cities across Canada right now. So what can we do? Well, the Toronto Police Chief, James Raymer, made some comments. He shared, after decades of police work, of understanding what it's like in communities that are suffering from gun violence, he made an observation that makes a lot of sense. He said, if you want to make an impact, look to bail reform. And the Toronto Sun's Brad Hunter summarized Chief Raymer's recommendation as, he wants bids for bail on behalf of anyone accused of firing a gun in a nightclub, a bar, or a city park, treated the same way as they are in cases where someone faces a charge of first degree. It's a common sense idea. And that's exactly what we need more of from the Trudeau government.